Hi, my name is John Van Ekeren. I'm owner and operator of Able Tree Service. We're going to be pruning a Norway maple today, and the tree is just over here. It's a two-stem Norway maple. These trees, maples, oaks, lindens, those types of trees, should have one central leader, one main stem, and the branches should come off at right angles to that main trunk. What we have here is we have a two-stem tree, which is a weak scenario. Where the two stems meet is right here. You can actually see almost a crack forming right there. As this tree is each stem is almost 1 foot in diameter at this point. When the trees get to this size, typically in the summer when the leaves are on the tree, if there's a bad storm, you'll get this entire limb will break off. And if that happens, then the entire tree has to come down. So what we're going to do today is, we cannot remove this entire limb because that's 50% of the tree. The maximum you can take off at one time is 25%. So we're going to do what is called a hazard reduction pruning. We're going to reduce this section in height by making proper cuts. We're going to get into some branches that are probably in the 4-inch to 5-inch diameter range that we're going to take off, and we're going to cut them in such a way that the tree is still going to look good. It's going to have the proper shape. We're not just going to cut them off and leave stubs. That is referred to as topping, which is not recommended. So again, we're going to start pruning this tree, and we'll see what it looks like after we're done. Okay, thank you.
Here we have John. He's making some hazard reductions. Branches he's cutting are about 4 inches in diameter. And didn't quite reach the ground, but that's okay. We'll pull that out in a minute. Doing what he calls we call a snap cut or bypass cut. It enables a little more control. So those two branches removes a significant amount of weight, especially when the leaves are on. So yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so we've just taken the top off of the north stem on this tree here. So it's called a hazard reduction pruning. As you can see, I'm secured with a rope here, and if you look at my boots, that's all you'll see. You're not going to see any climbing spurs. Climbing spurs are used for, climbing hydrant poles and telephone poles. They should only be used in tree work during removal. Okay. And as you can see, the biggest branch we took off there was about 4 inches in diameter, but it probably weighed close to 100 pounds. So that will take a lot of stress off of the tree and make it much safer. The idea is to come back in about 2 years again and to reduce that stem a little bit further. And as you can see, this is the branch that came off right here. It's about 4 inches in diameter and probably about at least 15 feet long. So this will take the load off of the branch and it will make it much safer. And that's the best way to do this type of pruning. So the pruning on this tree is done, and as you can see, there's no dramatic effect in the tree. If you come home and your trees have been pruned and you're in total shock, that's not a good pruning job. This is very subtle. It's made the tree safe. It's got a good shape to it. And again, the tree should be done in 2 more years. Okay, thank you.